folks, here we are in beautiful sunny Sarasota, Florida. You picked up on that lie right away, didn't you? Because you know that you don't have mountains like that any place in Florida, let alone Sarasota. But what you do have in Sarasota is something that I'm not finding here in the Shenandoah Valley of Virginia. What I'm finding is that the last 3 mornings we've had 26, 24 degrees in the morning, frost all over the windshield. My wife hates it, I love it because I love to do certain things out here in the cold weather. But what I want to do is invite you to come down to the Sarasota area starting in March, February, especially because you've got the longest baseball season. Florida has the Grapefruit League, Arizona has the Cactus League, and you've got 30 teams that come down to Florida every spring. They have a 15-game season, so you add 15 games on to the regular season, you get the longest baseball season of anywhere. Now, you'll find that the baseball season is not just about spring training, but there's almost never been, just a few exceptions when they had strikes, you're going to find the baseball starts there in Grapefruit League. So I'm going to give you a rundown on where you'll find your favorite team, but before we do that, let me just ask you a couple of questions, a quiz, and then I'll give you the answers at the end. Who hit more home runs in a single season than any other player in baseball? Who had the most career home runs of any other player in baseball? What pitcher had more strikeouts than any other pitcher, beating the second place strikeout guy by almost 2 times as many strikeouts, and that same pitcher had more no-hitters than anyone else in baseball, and he never won a Cy Young Award? How in the world could you say that there's no politics in baseball? Last one. What baseball player had more base hits, singles, doubles, triples, home runs, but more hits than anyone in baseball, and yet he's never been inducted into the Hall of Fame? I promise you, I'll get back to those questions. Stay tuned. Just going to give you a rundown of where you're going to find your favorite teams. Sarasota is going to host the Baltimore Orioles. Right next door to Sarasota is Bradenton. You're going to find the Pittsburgh Pirates. Go a little bit north, just about 40 minutes north of Bradenton, and you're going to find Tampa. You're going to find the New York Yankees there. You go into Clearwater and you're going to find the Philadelphia Phillies. You go just a little bit off to the north of that and you're going to find the Toronto Blue Jays. You're going to go to Lakeland, you're going to find the Detroit Tigers. Fort Myers, you're going to find the Boston Red Sox and the Minnesota Twins. Now, a little bit of a glitch this year because Hurricane Ian blistered Fort Myers. I'm talking about devastation. So I assume that the stadiums will be put back together and the lodging will be there, but if not, just keep tuned for that in 2023 spring training season. You go to Northport and you're going to find the Atlanta Braves hoisted their World Championship banner for 2021. But then you go across the state of Florida and you're going to find that Port St. Lucie is the host of the New York Mets. You've got West Palm Beach that's going to host the Washington Nationals and the Houston Astros. And the Houston Astros in 2022, you can bet that spring training, they'll probably have some ceremony to designate the fact that the Houston Astros have been in the postseason for the 5 consecutive years and they've won it 2 of those 5 years. An amazing team. Yes, they were accused and penalized for cheating, but be that as it may, new manager and only 3 other players were a part of that cheat squad. So now you've got down in Jupiter, you've got the Florida Marlins, and you've got the St. Louis Cardinals. Now, let's get back to the quiz. Barry Bonds hit 72 home runs in a single season. He had 762 home runs in his career, and Barry Bonds has not yet been inducted into the Hall of Fame, even though he's been out of baseball way longer than 5 years. Why? Barry Bonds played during the steroid era. He was accused of taking steroids that would have bolstered him. It's considered cheating, and so there's a blemish against that record, a big controversy in baseball. Nolan Ryan pitched 7 no-hitters. 7. He had more strikeouts than Randy Johnson by almost 2-1, and yet Nolan Ryan never won a Cy Young Award. Pete Rose had more base hits. More hits than anyone in baseball, and yet Pete Rose is not in the Hall of Fame either. Probably won't be in his lifetime. Why? Because Pete Rose was accused of, admitted to at least some of the gambling of games that he was involved with as a player and as a manager. Now, come down to Sarasota. Contact me, Brent Haggerty. My information is going to be on the screen. I can get you discount rates at the Hilton Hotel. You can go north, you can go south, but you're going to enjoy a longer extended season. If you don't like baseball, come anyway. The beaches, the golf courses, the restaurants, lots and lots of stuff to do. You like art, lots and lots to do in the art world. This is Brent Haggerty, Gulf Premier Sarasota. I'm hoping to see you at spring training. Give me a call first and I'll see if I can save you some money when you get there.